I was just talking with Tina about accents. I listened to her book as an audiobook in the car a while back, and I asked her.
Too.
Oh, okay, cool. So I asked her if she wanted to maybe re-record it with the Russian accent.
And?
For the Russian market. Yeah, she actually volunteered that there might be a fetish for that. So I suggested doing it in the uniform then, too.
Yeah.
So your accent in this movie is, a gag in and of itself.
Yeah, that's generous.
Well, I figure Keanu Reeves in Dracula is like, that's the basement.
Am I
if you
above
can be,
the...
Yeah, if you can be an inch above that, you're, just him, it's just the man himself. So what was your relationship to the Muppets as a kid? Did you grow up watching?
Yeah, I was a regular watcher.
Me
it
too.
was one of those things where I was actually watching it with my parents, and there weren't very many things that my parents actually, thought were funny that we were watching. So I have incredibly warm memories of the Muppets, and I'm sure, you never really think about it, but I'm sure I got a lot of my sense of humor from the Muppets. I mean, it's kind of or I guess Sesame Street, which is the same creative team.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing I was just talking about earlier today, and then also with Tina, is as a kid, the cameos just, even some of the guest stars, like just went right over me. And then, of course, looking back now and realizing all the great people that were on the show. And I took my 6-year-old daughter to the movie last night, and I'm thinking, now I'm the parent who's like Danny Trejo.
and did she?
I mean, all she was talking about this morning was the difference between Kermit and Constantine.
Really?
And the mole, and she was
and
trying
did
to
she
explain
track
it to my
all
wife.
That?
Oh,
that's
she
great.
She was all over it. So
yeah.
And they try with a lot of family movies to say, oh, this is good for parents too. But I think that's something the Muppets have had on lock for decades.
I totally agree. I think there are more movies that do it now. I mean, the bar. I mean, I guess the bar really has been set by the Muppets years and years ago. But it's only it wasn't until recently where the writing of the animated films was actually genuinely funny enough that adults were excited to go see them. And but the Muppets have been able to do it forever. And I think it's incredible that James Bobin and Nick Stoller and Bret McKenzie picked up on the spirit of the original Muppets so well.
Yeah.
But I guess, that spirit was in a way sort of in Flight of the Conchords too, but it's such a smart brand of silly.
Without being mean.
I know.
Which was like
the same earnest thing too. I know, it's like a magic trick.
Yeah.
That's partly why I love Flight of the Conchords too, is that always had a very earnest, a really earnest quality. But it's just such a perfect fit, and it's so fun to do too, because the world, there's nothing you can do that seems like it's too outlandish for the Muppets,
Yeah, and it makes it light enough that you're not, you don't get wrapped up in the stakes of it. You can just enjoy the gags.
Exactly. Which actually James was really. I think I was more apt to be like, okay, I've got to get this accent right, and I've got to really figure out what's the this being stupid actor.
This is his nemesis. What's their history?
How
long has he been
what's the
tracking this guy?
backstory? How much time should I spend in France? And James from the very beginning was like, whoa. Easy. Yeah. This is not about subtlety.
Yeah, pretend you're the guest star on the Muppets for this week.
Yeah, exactly.
Train for it that way.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, great. It's a pleasure speaking to you. And
you too.